Hello and welcome to Skippable Cutscenes. Can I have everyone introduce themselves? Marissa.
Hi, Marissa. I play Vera.
Cleo.
I am Cleo and I play Gilly the Druid.
Will.
Hi, I'm Will and I play Step, the party master.
Lisa.
Hi, I'm Judgment. I'm Lisa. Fuck me. It's just stupid.
Lisa.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I play Judgment, the Tiefling Dragonborn sorceress.
Our heroes have crossed into the Feywild to investigate a possible threat to the Feywild's existence. They managed to get a dance party started, intending to draw in some important Fey to question. We return to our heroes in the dance party. Everyone has stopped and is staring at the woman next to Gilly, following Step asking if the Summer Queen was here. Step has just called out the Summer Queen.
Well,
who's apparently...
I've just got this image of like the entire party stopping.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
Judgment is there, just gyrating on this.
On Gob.
Yes, that is still happening.
Does Gilly notice that out of curiosity?
Roll a perception check.
Oh, yeah, Gilly notices. That's a 24.
Yeah, you definitely notice that Judgment's still sliding up and down on the satyr, who is looking at you, or directly next to you. You can't tell that. Actually, I thought, yeah, she's looking, or he's looking at the Summer Queen.
Gilly doesn't have that ego. It's fine.
Is Judgment still singing along to the music that has stopped?
Was I singing? I wasn't singing.
Oh, I just imagine one of those moments where all the music stops and everyone looks at you in the party, and you're just shouting really loudly and drunk.
No, I wasn't singing. I was just sexing him up.
Okay. So the room is silent. Who is going to break the silence?
As you were?
I stop dancing, and I look over at Gilly as well. I'm like, oh, you found her! And I just walk away from the satyr, and I go towards the queen of the what now?
The Summer Queen.
The Summer
going to start
Queen,
playing music
and
again.
I kneel before her on one knee, and I bow my head, and I say, it's an honor to make your acquaintance, your highness.
Well, that is honest. Vera starts on the flute, and the crowd starts to... They're still watching what's going on, but a couple of them start to sway back and forth a little bit. She looks at you and is like, hello, I don't believe we've met.
I just stay
Yeah, you just said your name, right? Damn it. She looks at you with these intense eyes that you could get lost in. And as she does this, instead of being the sort of standard humanoid height, she seems like she gets taller, and her dress, which was more party oriented, now starts to looks like it flows more and is looks a bit more regal. And she looks down at you and is like, hi.
Okay, now that the band started up, I'm going to go join
change my
them.
eyes to be like she changes her eyes, right? Or at least her eyes are special. And so my golden eyes flicker for a moment as they turn red, and little flames dance in my eyes. And
that's interesting.
I hold out my hand towards hers.
She's going to reach out and touch your hand. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit. Okay. 5.
Okay. She's able to tell your emotional state, and she is also able to tell your alignment. So you're chaotic neutral?
Yes.
Okay.
And as she touches my hand, I bow forward again and I kiss it.
Okay. She lets you.
It is such an honor.
Gilly currently has resting bitch face.
Well, hello.
I mean, we're pretty much used to it at this point.
So she pulls her hand and says, oh, hello. I don't believe I know your name. She checks you out a little bit.
My name is Vera.
I like your outfit. Because you're still disguised
I'm
self.
still using my disguised self, yeah. This was a little less subtle than I was hoping, but I guess that is effective, but not subtle.
That's printed on my slate.
Yeah, but it did work,
it's pretty
so
much
that's good.
typical.
Well, it seems like you... She looks around. 4 are here for a reason.
We are. It sounds
like I might be that reason.
Yes, although it does sound like you don't seem to want your subjects to hear about this.
Is there anywhere private that we could have a conversation with you, Your Highness?
She lifts her hands up and snaps her fingers, and suddenly the entire party is gone, except for her and you guys immediately next to her. And it's not just like everything around you is like a very dark black, like a black fog surrounding you.
Well, that's certainly effective.
Did we move anywhere, or?
Sure.
I asked her that.
Not really.
Okay. We're just in just like a shroud of yeah. Okay. Anyway. We came here because, well, I guess we'll just get to the point. We came here because something is threatening our world, and our understanding is that it is the threat in this world that is...
Her eyes narrow when you start to talk like this.
That is...
When you say that.
Trying to be averted.
She purses her lips and says, I don't know what you're talking about.
Your Highness, if I may.
Go ahead.
The realm where we come from is being threatened by someone who is doing so in order to save your realm. And we need your help to stop them from destroying our realm.
And your realm, possibly, because they're trying to drag it through.
Sure, yeah.
She sighs.
So
and
let's work together.
She sighs and says, I mean, she can't really do that. That's not going to work. She's just lost.
Almost has.
There's no way. She's not...
Your Highness, she has almost completed the circle. And...
What circle? I don't understand.
There's a whole circle of plants stretching across entire island, an archipelago. There's creatures building.
Her eyes widen as you start to describe this.
Yeah, there's like magical creatures building roads to each other. It's a whole thing. She's nearly succeeded.
All she needs now is to start a war.
Yeah, we don't want the war.
And that's closer than we hoped to admit. But
we need your help.
Basically. There has to be another way to deal with it.
She sighs and says, I mean, I thought she would come back.
Who is she?
Why did
we
you
only
leave?
know her as the Weaver.
She smiles at that name. That's a cute name.
It's not ours.
Her name is Astrid, and she came here lost. And
Didn't we all?
I thought she was cute. So I welcomed her into my court. And she started a rebellion.
Against you?
Yes.
That bitch.
Why?
She believes that the Feywild is dying.
Yeah, that's what we heard too. That she believes that.
Sounds like a number of your subjects may believe this as well.
That's why they're a rebellion, and we don't talk about that.
Yeah, but
and everything
is
fine.
At some point, you're going to have to talk about that because no offense intended. I mean, I'm aware of where I get my power, but seriously, she is going.
How
to
are you
cause some
doing,
sin.
Gilly?
I've been better.
Oh, she touches your face and like rubs it kind of weirdly, like because it is her first time directly touching it.
Yeah. I guess I'm used. I'm okay with the weird. I guess.
What is the rot?
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
And you technically
16.
Okay. She says it's been here for a long time and it is managed.
It hasn't been growing.
I mean,
your silence suggests yes, it is growing. But how long is that going to be managed? Yeah, how long is it going to be a manageable growth, considering she's about to tear it open?
Maybe, gosh, time isn't necessarily always the same throughout the plains, but maybe a couple of 1,000 years.
So, Your Highness, how would you suggest we stop Astrid?
I don't know.
Have you expelled her? Like, why did she leave?
She left with about a third of my host to because of disagreements over the rot.
Because she thought it was more serious than you did.
Can you?
I mean, even if it is that serious, there's nothing we can do about it. We should just enjoy what time we have.
But can't we try and fix it?
What is it?
She sort of waves her hand in like a sort of like a dismissive flat way, and then the black fog that's around you fades, but there's no party. You're near the tree that you initially started with her, and everything seems to have shrunk back down to the normal size. And you can smell it immediately, like a bilge mud smell, if you know what that is, or like a bog like rot smell of decay.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed with like when you open the crisper drawer with old cabbage in it, and
Oh,
yeah,
Sounds flammable.
Yeah.
And you can see on the edge of the out in the edge of your vision that there's definitely, it looks like a mass of plants that grew really quickly, but then were like overly contained and then rotted in place.
That's what she's doing to our world, growing things too fast.
But what caused it? Like, was it that? Did someone try to grow these?
No, it's... She looks up. The sky's wrong.
It's wrong.
What do you mean?
I mean, I guess you wouldn't know, but the sky used to be bright and always twilight here in the Feywild, and now you can look around and you can still definitely see there's light peeking through, but it's as foggy as it is in the normal world.
Yeah, I was going to say the sky.
Our world is foggy.
Yeah, our world is always foggy.
I don't necessarily know, but I don't think it was always that way.
So the solution is to find a way to stop the rot from spreading, take away the threat, and then Astrid will return, probably, or not, but at least we will take away the reason.
The next question, I guess, is gosh, so you and she doesn't know what caused it.
I believe she believes it's something that happened in the material plane a long time ago.
Yeah, they said how long? Was that the 800 years or was that something else?
It's definitely been longer than 800 years.
Okay.
I would,
Well, that's even more of a pain in the ass.
Quite a bit longer. I think maybe, she scratches her head, something more on the range of like 20 or 30,000.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know time got that long, but sure.
Yeah, I didn't even know numbers got that long.
Okay. But,
Back from when you guys visited more often, and
so this is
less
the reason why we
disheveled.
don't visit.
I don't know. I think something really bad happened there, and the people who came through after that were mostly they found little places where the barriers are weak, and they always seemed more disheveled and less together than before.
I think I know. Okay, yeah.
Are you talking about druids? Because
No. Well, the druids might be more disheveled, but
druids are always a little bit disheveled, and she sort of like ruffles Gilly's hair a bit. It's adorable.
it's rough and tumble.
Yeah.
okay.
God damn it. I can only metagame, so I can't talk.
Right, we need to find out what caused the rot and how to reverse it. Because you can only know one without with the other. You said time is fluid here. How fluid is time?
Usually, at best, like a couple days can turn into years, or the inverse. You could spend years here, and if you were to switch back to the material plane, you could be back essentially the moment you left.
I have a question then.
Sure.
It sounds like
She stares at you with like really intense eyes.
it sounds like the source of the rot may be something bigger than just the Feywild, and
Well, the rot is almost certainly caused by the changes to the sky, and everything here is magical and has a lot of like growth potential to it, and everything is, at least compared to the material plane. And when that source has been changed and pushed out of balance, other things, the magical growth is still there, but the rest of it just isn't. So there's no support for it, and then it turns into the rot.
so I guess what I'm saying is the source came from the material plane. Something changed there, and it happened tens of thousands of years ago. And it may take another tens of thousands of years to resolve. I guess I'm not sure now. People used to visit here more, right?
Yeah.
Where was the material plane and the Feywild? Were they closer in some way?
I don't know necessarily closer, but I mean, we would always have exchanges. It was very often, or it was especially common to see elves sort of sojourn in here to experience some of their origins, that sort of thing. That's unfortunate.
I agree.
I hadn't heard about that.
What would happen if the Feywild or parts of it were transported into the prime material plane?
Just going to roll an Arcana check for that, and rolls a 2. I have no idea. It sounds dangerous.
It does.
For everybody.
I mean, if it's going to work, if we can figure out how to make something work.
What are we checking?
Or maybe we can... It sounds like the source of the rot may be beyond us right now. We would need to figure out what the hell happened long ago with the ancient civilization that blew up the world. The high
with
tech
a tilt of recognition is like, oh, yeah, I guess you could say that maybe something. She inspects your like clothes and stuff. Like, yeah, this like level of manufacture is pretty rudimentary. Is it like that everywhere?
Way to diss her outfit,
actually.
yo.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty well dressed for the place.
Oh, so maybe things went really bad there.
Something happened. Yeah, that was a little bit of me out of character saying, yeah, there's the ancient, high tech civilization that fucking blew up the world. But
where's your laser pistol? I'm just kidding.
yeah. But Vera would have no way to know that, and like wouldn't even have a way to intuit that. So it's kind of hard to go with that. But figuring out that, I have no idea where to even start. So I guess the next question is, how do we disrupt Astrid's plan? Is there a way? From what we understand, she's creating fey magic by weaving together plants across, a vast part of the Sea of Lenses.
What's the Sea of Lenses?
It's an ocean.
It's a part of our world.
I see.
I think it probably got destroyed when the rot happened, and it's now just islands.
That's true. It could have been actual things in the past. Yeah.
Could have been like a continent.
Yeah.
Which would make fucking sense now that I think about it.
She thinks back a little bit. So it's like where we are right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the prime material plane.
So, I mean, yeah, a long time ago there used to be you see, when things are done or built in one plane versus the other, sometimes there are echoes of that shine through. So, like if there's a large castle or whatever in your plane, there might be some ruins that you encounter in the Feywild because they're so closely linked. And there used to be a sort of ruins of an enormous tower here, and then one day they disappeared. So it's possible there was something. It would have been enormous, as in she indicates possibly like a mile tall.
That's a big ass tower.
Yeah.
Something that is completely well beyond your, like construction techniques you can imagine. And
I suppose it might be underground these days or in the sea, really.
I wouldn't know.
If we had a 1-to-1 kind of, this is where this is in the material plane.
It's not exactly 1-to-1. You can 10 steps that way, maybe 100 miles in the material plane, whereas 100 miles in that way, maybe 10 steps in the. It's not a perfect map.
Are there any ruins of this tower here?
Are there any what?
Ruins here of the tower?
Not anymore. They faded practically overnight a long time ago.
Could you describe the tower?
Not a mile tall. Sorry.
It was. On this side, it was a pile of collapsed stones.
I see.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that's what they were on the other side. Even materials can change. So, like, if you were to have like a large tree here, it might be represented by a rock of similar size in the material plane. It's not a perfect mapping.
Gosh. I guess we'd have to find.
We need to find that tower. We need to find some way where it's comparable. That's
back in
Hang on, there's an underwater palace, isn't there? There's an
they have an underwater
somewhere.
base. What did I see when I was down there? I don't remember if it looked big or if it was small.
What you saw was really small. However, it seems like they had constructed like a diving bell kind of arrangement around a spot on the seafloor.
So yeah, maybe she is working out of the ruins of the tower.
That would make sense.
It sounds like the only thing we can do is go and deal with her directly.
She sighs.
I mean, that's what I've been paid to do.
Well, yeah, but I was hoping that there would be a solution that would involve
not murder.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with fighting if I have to, but, it does sound like her intentions are at least noble, and so I don't...
I mean, I'd rather not kill her. I mean, I'd rather not kill anyone, let's be honest. It's just a case of... She's really far gone at the moment.
You guys are all just too soft. Like, the end justifies the means in this, especially in this case. In my opinion.
That's literally
She-
what she's thinking.
She's looking a little angry right now at your discussion about killing her.
There's already been a lot of death because of this.
Like a lot.
All right, so what do you suggest we do? Befriend her?
There's always death.
Yeah, but there's going to be a lot more, and it's going to happen on both sides. I guess we could probably delay her somehow by disrupting the thing, the ritual.
We've already disrupted it a little bit.
Well, all we did was stop it from going. Maybe we could. Yes.
Do you know the full nature of the magic that she's using to knit together this giant? Okay, where did you leave?
She's using.
You have one of the spent scrolls, and I don't know if you brought the big one, the active.
We'd probably have brought everything we've got, to be honest.
Okay.
Especially.
Yeah. Let's show her the scrolls.
Yeah. We'll
All right.
show the scrolls.
She takes a look at the big one, and rolls a 19. She's like, oh, she's very clever. So
that's a problem.
What you've told me seems to be correct. She, the first thing it does is that it awakens nearby plants, and then it tells them with the first phase is relatively simple. It awakens the plants and tells them to grow and to knit a particular pattern based on where they are relative to this center point. And they create a giant sort of arcane gate that will allow, if it's tuned correctly, would take a huge chunk of the Feywild into this area you're talking about, which I think you called it the Sea of Lenses.
I think, well, first of all, I'm pretty sure everybody in the Sea of Lenses would suffer when this happens.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that.
But the second problem is that this doesn't solve anything, because all she's doing is relocating the people here that she cares about, but the rot is still there. The source of the issue, of the problem, is still there.
That's what I told her the night before she rebelled.
Yeah, I mean,
at least here, I wasn't aware that there was something. Is there something similar in the material plane?
I don't know it if there is, but if you say the sky was different, it probably was different in the material plane as well. And I mean, in 10,000 years, whether if the Feywild dies, then
in the material plane, basically all nature would cease to be.
And doing this doesn't stop anything.
And our material plane is already being affected. The fog shouldn't be there. The plants are already dying out there.
And who knows what's going to happen if there's a war.
It's a lot of death.
Well, and remind me, because I know this was like recently, but the elves, which ones are they?
The Loris elves or the Tamlin elves?
The ones that fucking blew up everything.
That's the Loris elves.
The Loris elves fucking blew up everything last time, and that was only like 1,000 years ago. That wasn't the original thing.
1,000? You mean about about 800?
About 800, yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, we had a region here that practically overnight turned into a desert.
Yeah, and if there's another war,
that's where it's where the Wood Elves used to live, or used to cross over.
If there's another war, that could happen again, and I don't think that's going to make the problems here any better. She's just saving the people that she knows, but
yeah, she's not doing it for the greater good. She's just trying to save her and her people, I still say we need to use force.
We may have to.
From what you've told me, there's not much hope. She may do this and some people may die, but we're all going to die in 1,000+ years anyway. So.
Well, I'm going to die a lot sooner than that.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I mean, you are,
But
you are mortal, but
I'd rather
just like
let-
she is.
But that's not the point. The point is we make the world better for the people that come after us.
Right. We need to find out what happened and if there's anything we can do about that.
Your Highness, you seem to be opposed to using force. So,
Well, I
any
mean-
suggestions, any alternatives? I'm open to it.
I mean, she sort of, her eyes go a little shifty here. I mean, she is the queen consort, and I have reservations about that kind of thing.
I
with her.
understand that, but do you also understand that our options are severely limited? Like, would you hold it against us?
This is why I hate dealing with Faye.
Probably.
You would?
We
Well, in that case, I will do as you suggest, and I will just enjoy the rest of the time that we have left and let you deal with your consort that went haywire on you. Because clearly you don't want our help.
I didn't ask for your help.
We were offering, and apparently you don't want it. Because honestly, if you don't want us to use force, and you have no alternatives, then I'm at a loss of what to do. Your Highness, I would love to help, and I would love to help you solve this problem that, started here and is now threatening our realm. But if there is no way of dealing with it in a way that doesn't end up with the Fae Queen having a grudge against us, then I don't think there is anything that we can do.
I think
She shrugs.
we
Huh?
still lack information.
I do too, but I'm hoping to put
Yeah.
a little bit of pressure on her, because
How about
she's-
this?
basically just saying no to everything.
I know. Well,
Are you asking me for something?
can you help
Help.
us? Yeah, help us with this.
What do you need help doing?
Stop her.
One of two things, possibly both, I think. Do you think that there's a possibility to disrupt the spell by essentially using a spell of our own? I'm not an expert at magic, but I do know that runes and spells have to be fairly precise.
She keeps studying as you're saying that, she keeps studying the,
And if we were to
thing.
change them in some way,
I think we should make this a joint effort. Could you spare any troops so that we can add them to our party when we go and seek her out? People who are authorized to act on your behalf.
I mean, we don't really go to war. It's not our thing.
No, but apparently your lover brought war to you.
I think I can modify this scroll, the active one, to resist the changes of the others. Basically, you would activate this where it was supposed to be activated, and then it could
buy us
slow
some time
down.
at least.
It could slow down the other ones.
The second
But
thing is
It sounds like there would be possibly 8 or 10 of these things, and
yes.
that's not. You would need 8 or 10 of these to fully
Well, that much would be
cancel that out.
one thing. Can you? The second part. Could you help us locate her? Here's what I am thinking, and this is to the whole group, I guess. Astrid knew all this, and she knows this is just delaying the inevitable. But maybe she knows more about the source of the rot than we do. And maybe there's a reason why she's acting the way she is. Without the information of knowing that...
I mean, she would know more about the material plane than I do because she's from there. But
well, and she may have holed herself up at the ruins of the tower. She may know something specific. So negotiation may still be an option. We just we don't understand the situation well enough to negotiate. But maybe we can if we find her and talk to her.
She hands Gilly, I guess, the modified scroll. You'll have to use this wherever she was intending to use the last one, approximately.
I can do that.
I mean, Step wasn't paid. It's not in my contract to sort out this rot problem. If the Summer Queen wants to hire me, then that's a different matter. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm just going to go straight to the source and stop her by any means necessary.
Yeah, I'm with Step.
Let's discuss this later. We don't want to...
I don't want to make an enemy of my boss, is what I'm saying.
I don't want to have
She pats Gilly on the head.
There's... At the end of the day... Okay. Here's the problem. You're being paid to punch things or blow things up. I get that. But there's...
I'd like to point out that you're basically trying to reason with a brick wall here.
Well, yes, but he's not just a robot.
Well, get a contract lawyer.
I mean,
Break
I
it
physically
open.
can't go against the contract.
All right, I'm going to ask for a pen and paper.
Huh?
You're going to make out your own contract?
I'm going to make my own contract with Step.
All right. There's you have paper and something to write with.
Okay. All right, Step, we're going to make a contract, you and I.
Okay, I open my head and pull out a blank slate and a chisel.
Okay, that's fine. I want you to help me solve the rot problem.
Okay.
The Bright Queen tilts her head and watches this whole exchange go on.
And I will give you all of my pay that I have had from the beginning and will have in the future.
Okay.
For everything.
She actively walks up a step and starts like prodding a couple of like his joints and stuff.
I'm like writing all this out in Druidic on chiseling it into the thing.
Okay.
The slate.
She's like, you're interesting.
He's not that interesting.
I mean, don't give him a big
everyone
head.
says that, but you don't have to live with him.
She holds out her hand and looks like she casts a spell at Step, and like almost like a lion's mane out of his like neck hole sprouts a whole bunch of like sunflower petals that they quickly fall off after, but
Yeah, I shake them off. I'm not even acknowledging the Summer Queen right now because I'm currently working out a contract.
Step, do you know who made you?
I don't think anyone made me. I was always.
I have
God,
suspicion
Step.
now. How long ago do you remember?
The first thing I remember is being a stool for a king to step down from his carriage.
how long ago was that?
Time doesn't really work the same way it does for humans as it does for golems.
What did the sky look like?
It was older. I guess is the only way to describe it.
Was it brighter?
Was it blue?
It was blue, and you could see stars.
It was blue. And you could see stars.
What's a star?
Oh yeah, what the hell is a star?
Steph knows something someone else doesn't. Oh my god.
A star is like a very big ball of gas and fire.
Oh.
Huh. Like a like one of Judgment's fireballs.
And then the Bright Queen says, but it's very far away. So it's like the sun, but really tiny and not as bright.
But it's very far away.
Sun's
So
not
it's
very far
And-
anyway.
I haven't seen a star in tens of thousands of years.
Well, I guess that's a good enough reason to have a contract with Step.
So the way time works for a golem is like the same way that looking at a star is a different time than it is up close to the star.
Basically, Step is only is like recording active, that kind of thing.
Right.
That makes sense.
Step is
All
not
right.
necessarily.
So
when
he more
he's-
likely has like an uptime and not a clock.
Right.
All right.
So basically, he starts at 1970.
Yep.
Anyway, right. I am going to finish my contract with Step. So
Clock-
get all of
Step's
my
clock is
pay
blinking 12.
in perpetuity until the day I die.
This
Aw.
sounds agreeable.
Deal. I'm going to give him all the gold that I have.
Okay.
Oh god, how much is that?
That's about $3,000.
Okay.
Oh no, $3,000 minus 2,400. But you get all my pay from here on out.
All she wants is her reins. She's already paid for the reins, so
Right. Judgment.
she needs nothing else.
Okay.
I
I'm-
don't need
I
anything
sign the
else.
contract and then I hand the chisel and the slate, which is very heavy.
And
to,
Gilly will do
Gilly.
her best to sign the contract as well.
All right.
And then I put it back into my head and my eyes sort of glow brighter for a couple of seconds.
You ever have those moments where you feel like you made a deal with the devil?
Right, so this rock problem.
The Bright Queen smiles and says,
I knew
I
a
love
warlock
those
who
deals.
did that once.
Judgment.
Hmm.
I know you don't like to help for no reason, but is fate of the world stuff not a reason? I mean,
you can feel you can actually feel the sounds of the party start to come back. Like the Bright Queen's sort of swaying back and forth a little bit, like you're losing her attention.
yeah. Can you help us find Astrid?
I
I
mean,
mean, she's somewhere in the material plane.
this
Or are you
is
talking Judgment or talking the Bright Queen? I didn't actually catch that. Or not the Bright Queen, the Summer Queen.
the Bright Queen. She's very.
That's from
bright.
something else. No, that's from something else.
What's that from?
Oh, someone will tell me. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I mean, I can see how this rot and this little bitch Astrid, how she's like fucking up the world.
She glares as you start saying, or the Summer Queen glares as you start to
Badmouth
insult her.
I mean, she already
Her
doesn't
g-
want
her-
to help or whatever.
Her
so-
gay wife. You're insulting her gay wife.
Okay.
I mean, I think taking a third of your army in the divorce is kind of whatever. Judgment. What?
Yeah, I'm
motivates you?
not too concerned with this queen anymore. Like, I did my best with her, and she's not giving an inch into whatever we were asking. So fuck her.
Faye are like that. Faye
And
don't.
I mean, I can see how this would affect, like, my people. And
Well,
I guess
who are your
someone needs to be a hero, so it might as well be fucking me. If I must. So yeah, I'm game. I have nothing better to do, so sure.
Cool. Okay.
I'll help.
And yeah, here's the thing. Faye are like that. They do whatever they feel like, and
Yeah,
they
they
don't think
can-
about the future.
Yeah.
And so
sure.
if she doesn't feel like she cares more about not hurting her fuck buddy than or consort than
Queen consort,
Like-
as in they're actually
they're
married.
married. Yeah.
Yeah,
Than not
well,
killing
yeah.
than saving the world because
And that's why I'm no longer interested in keeping her close to us.
You don't make contracts with the Fae.
I mean,
That's a bad idea.
I'm not intending on picking a fight with her, but I'm also not going to go out of my way to keep her to stay in her good graces, you know?
Well, I mean, I think we should try to get the information. We need to find out why Astrid is doing what she's doing and if she knows what happened.
Okay, so honestly, I'm not really super into the whole like story behind it and stuff. That's really not my deal. I'm just here for firepower, quite literally. So,
Okay.
I'm on board.
Well, okay,
that's all we need to discuss, and let's go.
Not specifically to you. You can be the muscle. I'm just saying, I'm asking you not to try to fucking kill her as soon as we see her. That is what I'm asking. I'm asking you to like wait until like there's actual danger, until there is let's try.
Let's cross that bridge once we're there, okay?
You tend to burn the bridges before you get on them.
No, I don't.
You nearly did. This is why you
that actually literally happened.
Girlfriend.
Look, let's just go find her and let's see what happens, okay? No promises.
Okay.
You look around and the Summer Queen isn't there and the music has faded.
It's Brock here.
All right, let's call
Brock is not
Brock.
here.
Well, we can't call him. We just have to wait for him.
All right, well, in that case, I take out my pineapple drink that I'm still holding, and I offer it to you guys. Anybody want a sip? It's good.
I'm good. I don't.
We might
trust
as well,
Faye.
have some fun, chill out while we wait for Brock, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I'll chill out. Gilly, can I talk to you privately?
Go on then.
I didn't even hear that. You just kind of grumbled angrily.
I said, go on then.
Yeah, grumbling angrily. That's it.
I have no idea what I'm doing here, and I just want to know if somebody is gonna like make sure we don't murder everybody as soon as we see people.
I don't intend to kill anyone.
Okay. And step
I mean,
City.
yeah, why do you think I did that? Look, here's the thing. I don't think we're going to get away with not killing anyone. But it's not the first thing I do to start with, because life is kind of my deal. I'd rather heal someone, but I'm going to be honest with you, but if shit goes down, I'm not making
No.
promises.
I'm not asking you not to fight back. Like, if we have, like, self-defense is already out of the question. Like, that's not even a question. You are allowed to fight back.
That wasn't where I was going with that.
Okay.
Because my gut feeling is we might have to kill people we don't want to kill, who are not our enemies, to stop them from doing horrible things.
I hate the idea that we are sailing blind, and right now we don't even have an idea that there is a storm around us.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm so glad I'm not hearing this.
I'm specifically talking to Gilly privately without you.
Yeah, I'm very glad, because I would bolt if I heard this conversation.
We just need to be...
Good luck in the Feywild alone.
Hey, look, I'll just, enjoy my time here.
Look, we gotta form a party somehow. We have to have our big damn heroes moment, and if we're not gonna have it, if we're not gonna force it, then at the very least, I don't want shit to explode on me at random. Oh God, you would. Anyway, I was gonna mention my other game because it's a
shit
constant.
explodes on random.
No, it's more like nobody knows what everybody else is doing. Every character is kind of doing their own thing.
I explode at random.
Yes, I know. That's a concern of mine. It tends to be bad luck on a sailing ship for that to happen.
I physically can't explode at random.
That is all the time we have for this session. Marissa, where can people find you?
You may find me on Radical Town. That is radical.town.
Cleo, where can people find you?
You can find me plotting Judgment's murder at Zombie Cleo on YouTube.
Oh my god.
Will, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitch at the KubiXOX, streaming various games.
Lisa, where can people find you?
I am innocent of everything I will ever be accused of, I promise.
She's gonna feed you one of those beans and you're going to explode.
No, don't do that.
Father Beans and Chianti.
Oh, goodness. I stream stuff, and you can find all about that on my website, superlisa.nl.
I'm dewtroid, and I do this, mostly. Our music is by Ian Stalker. We crave validation and appreciate any feedback you can leave. Also, tell your friends.